Howdy people, let's see if this is working. The weekend is upon us, as is the summer. It's Saturday, June 21st, 4:32 p.m. and about 22 degrees Celsius. Although according to my phone here, it's going to get up to about 25 later today. It's a little hard to believe given that it's 4:30. It's going to be warming up 3 degrees, but we'll have to see. I'm just chilling on a bench just around the corner from Rosedale station in this little hidden park area, but we'll be heading up into the madness that are the streets of downtown in a moment. Toronto Moose is here. Medano, Carolyn, Bill Chow, Novelle Koss, Mary W., Christopher Walking, Rosieland, Advirosaurit, Johnny Stumbles, Torno, Diva Tequila, and a bunch of others. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you can see and hear everything okay. I was originally going to go back that way and pass out near, or head up near Rosedale station, but there may or may not be some unfavorable looking characters hanging out that I awkwardly have to walk past, so. Or maybe they're the friendliest people in the world, I don't know, but we're just gonna go this way. Stephanie Gray, John Burke, Marge, Billy T, Greg, thanks for tuning in. We've apparently had some light showers today. There's supposed to be rain all day in the forecast. And tomorrow, the heat wave shall be upon us. I'm gonna get out and try to record a few videos tomorrow, or at least do one. Today's been kind of a shitty day, and yesterday was rather quiet for a Friday, so I didn't record any videos today. This is it. Normally on weekends I'll try to maximize things, but oh well. Weather Network says there's a firestorm coming. So we'll be climbing out of this part of Rosedale in a moment. You can see some Yorkville towers off in the distance, and we'll have to figure out where we're going because I do not have a plan. Well, I do have a plan, but that's not till 6 or so. And you'll notice I changed the channel logo. I did it on both of my channels, actually. I got rid of the cheesy AI logos that I made a few weeks ago. So when you see my stupid mugshot in your YouTube app, that is why. I also changed the channel art on the Johnny Stumbles channel. Billy T says it's shitty there too. Stephanie says it's hot in New York City. As we walk towards Rosedale Valley, or Rosedale Valley Road, bit of a slow, peaceful start to this live stream. There's the Fountain Blue. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there's a very highly rated condo hotel, I think, in Miami with that name, and there's a new hotel in Vegas that's part of that brand. Thank you, John Burke. Cam says it's hot up in the 6 now. I would actually say it's pleasant. I don't know if hot is the word I would use. Now here's the question, which way should I go? Should I go right up to Yonge Street? Here's a building that was occupied by the Group of Seven. A little bit of Canadian history. And yes, it's a heritage building. Lisa's glad the sun isn't out. Well, we're going to get plenty of sun in the coming days. But I don't know what it is this weekend, or at least last night, didn't seem all that busy. And I was chatting with Ken earlier, and he went out and he said, it seems like a random Tuesday night during the winter felt busier than last night. I kind of have to agree with him. Emerald ash borer pesticide treatment to protect city-owned ash trees, June 1st to August 31st. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information, but thanks for letting me know, city. I'm in Midtown at the 401. We are nowhere near the 401. This will take us up and out of the valley. I think that's a very distinct 60s piece of architecture right there. One Bloor West. Don't lick any trees during that time frame. Is that the moral of that story? All right, I'll try not to lick any trees. This vehicle backing up for, there's no exit on the right here. Oh, we can go that way though. Sales gallery is at 16 Cumberland for this. David Ing says, hello everyone, it's a lot cooler in TO than Brooklyn. I don't doubt that for a second, but let's compare notes tomorrow. Tonight we're supposed to hit 25 at 8 p.m. And look at that tomorrow. 33 and 34. 33 tomorrow, high of 34 on Monday. That's the heat wave. That'll be the actual temperature, but the real feel will probably be a fair bit hotter than that. It's a neat vantage point you don't take in too often. El Gourmet, authentic Lebanese cuisine. It's the Toronto Reference Library right there. Let's try not to get run over. Heat wave trend. Greetings, Vivian J. I think we will avoid Yonge Street south of Bloor. I may or may not have recorded that last night. I was just a tad inebriated in that one. There is a seriously thin new building going up. It's hard to see from this angle. That's one I've been looking forward to watching go up for quite a while. Rosedale is here, Jellybean is here. It's the Yorkville neighborhood straight ahead. You know what, let's take Yorkville Avenue a little bit this way. Like I said, I don't really have a plan.
It was that bad. We just left it sitting there.
Retail, fully leased. That's the North American project of the year. Certainly not that hideous green vehicle. Studying for a colonoscopy. 11 Yorkville Avenue. Bill Chow says Rosedale has the best of both worlds, close to the city center, but lots of green space. You'll hear no disagreement from me on that. Yorkville was absolutely hopping last weekend. I recorded a video through it. I haven't uploaded yet. I was debating whether or not I would. That was actually the footage you saw in the intro to this live stream. There's a Yorkville library branch. Drew says, just got home. I see him in your neighborhood, unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately.
I don't get it.
Development Central. There's Cumberland Terrace, a mall whose days are numbered. Randy Ruck, $5. No plans are good sometimes. Well, that just about sums up this stream, but thank you, Randy Ruck, for the $5. Cheers to you. Seen double-decker bus just rolled by. A stock is opening up where Pusatteri's used to be. By stock, do you mean like Stock Bar, the one that's in Midtown? They're trying to turn that into a brand. There is Yorkville's signature address, 33 Yorkville. Oh, the marketing bullshit developers and realtors come up with. Four Seasons on the left. There's the carcass of Pusateri's across the street. Adhere. Stephanie Jackson, $5 because hugs and kisses are good. Consensual hugs and kisses are good, but thank you for the $5, Stephanie Jackson. Hope you're having a good weekend. This kind of drab Saturday. A normally busy and vibrant city seems to have its life sucked out of it. Block scammer just got the worst flu in ages. That's no good. Hope you recover. Sal Smith, $10. Personal space is good too. Sal Smith, 110%. There's a lot of people that don't have a sound concept of personal space these days, but thank you, Sal Smith, for the $10. As we get a view up at some towers. Oh, apparently line 1 is down on the west side of town. Not a big deal for people that don't mind a little walk. You can generally get from one side of line 1 to the other in 10 minutes or so if you're down for a little power walking. There's a fancy ass car. Oh, Yorkville seems reasonably busy. There's a lineup to get into this store. Lining up to buy overpriced designer goods. Camp Square 1 was popping. Simon used to have premium, but you're trying to save up for some stuff. Oh, YouTube premium? That's the way to go, in my opinion. Let's not photobomb this lovely looking bride.
It's just hard to do by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That way?
Hope she and he know what they're getting into. Says the guy who's never been married. There's where the old Four Seasons used to be, straight ahead. Billy T, $10. Stay cool and hydrated and stuff. Billy T, thank you so much. You guys have been spoiling me so early on in the stream. Thank you so much. I've got a cold sparkling water in the backpack. Chanel. There'll definitely be a lot of beverages later today, possibly not of the hydrating variety. That came out weird. I met my buddy on the patio at Score on Queen last night. It's a very solid place. Fantastic burger, by the way. But I guess I should have expected it because Score on King is also quite good. There's Kasimoto. That's kind of perfect on a day like this. Who needs a patio when you can kind of sit outdoors like that? We're in Yorkville Village. Cumberland is just to the south of here. I recorded through there last weekend. Randy Ruck, $10. Is this a race, Billy T? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. Thank you, Randy Ruck, again for your second super chat of the stream. Oh man, I just got a whiff of like some ice cold beer. That's such a good smell. But thank you again, Randy Ruck. Lisa says Kasimoto is decent. There's Cibo. That's kind of like a chain Italian restaurant. The Cibo in Midtown recently shut down, but
Yeah, now it's like
it has a ton of competition, or it had a ton of competition there. One of those patios is a celeb spotting spot. Do I count? Crikey says, do I need to wear a sweater to go out for a walk? I would say hell no. It's 22 and it's supposed to get a little warmer. You might see people wearing sleeves, but just between me and you, I think they're kind of nuts. This weather is really nice. We got a breeze going on. All right, we've made it to Avenue. Oh, Jazz Fest. Soul Stew will lead Kush Afro Jazz, Dion Taylor and Friends. Go to torontojazz.com if you want some more info. Well, it looks like the bike lane has been diverted. Camp says Johnny is a long sleeve hater. I just think it's thoroughly unnecessary when it's 22 degrees. There is Morton's, the steakhouse. Solid place. Tana asking, how am I? All was good. Was having kind of a slightly hungover, relaxing morning. Or afternoon, I guess. Wasn't too happy with myself for not working out yesterday, which means I had to today. But I imagine Yorkville Village is quite busy today. we're going to be going in that direction, but let's take Bloor instead. I'm just going to avoid the West End just because of that line 1 closure. I'm going to have to be on the subway around 6. That way I can maximize my streaming time. Tiana's going on a trip to Ottawa. Neat. It's a cool city. I think I went there 4 or 5 years ago. I remember doing a live stream and I made a few videos. Is it Nick Johnson recently did a video where he went to Ottawa? What I would call a slightly biased video, but a video nonetheless. I still like watching his stuff from time to time. What happened to my new Lulu backpack? You don't see it anymore. For a day like this where all I really need is an umbrella and maybe a drink, I just have this lighter like hiking backpack. If I need to bring my laptop or like sweater, jacket, heavy stuff, you'll see that Lulu backpack. Or if I'm traveling, and if there was no threat of rain, I would be wearing just my crossbody bag. Does my apartment have a lower high ceiling? Just curious if you have a pull-up bar station. I'm thinking of getting one too, but worried your ceiling isn't high enough. I think my ceiling's like 9 feet, pretty standard. But with the pull-up bar, set it so on a full pull-up your head is just a little bit below the ceiling and it'll work. All you have to do is bend your knees. Yeah, if I just stand up it's not high enough, but I just start pulling myself up and bend my legs and it works just fine. Mike Landry, hello Johnny and everyone in the chat. Hello Mike Landry, thank you so much for tuning in, Mike. At Queen's Park, the apostrophe or no apostrophe? Yeah, crikey, it's height adjustable. You can see in my video what I mean by having my legs bent. Oh, this is part of the Toronto Jazz Fest. There's a Blue Notes pop-up. This building used to be a Club Monaco, or housed a Club Monaco for a long time. Louis Vuitton. All right, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, but Masson Murray, shout out to you. Toronto has multiple jazz fests, doesn't it? Oh, well, that sounded pleasant enough that it was worth risking monetization status on the video, I guess. Lafayette 148. Jennifer Gala is here. Montreal reppin' in the house. And greetings, Tony. As we go east on Bloor Street West. I'm not going at my usual power walking speed today. Alicia Lewis, 99 cents. Alicia, thank you for tuning in and thank you for the support. Thank you, Alicia. There's a Cartier. I still haven't been to a Canadian Paris baguette, or in Korea, as they would call it, Paris baguette. But when I lived in Korea, I used to get my lunch there almost every single day. The free lunch at my work was that unappetizing that I would go pay for it. All right, that guy, I looked over my shoulder. I thought he was gonna bowl me over. Hello, Darren Ross, greetings from Scotland, or greetings from Canada to Scotland. Farah Gamo. Oh, glad it did, Liam. I just had a thought to cross, but now we'll stay on this side. Well, last weekend, this stretch of Bloor was an absolute madhouse with a free exotic car show. Tana says you wish you can afford Cartier. I don't know, I bet you're no less happy than the people that can. Oh, I think I see Sapan coming at us. That's 100% Sapan, who I ran into a week ago in the same spot. I saw you a week ago in the same spot.
Yeah, like around the corner.
How's it going? Good, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
You're live?
I am, yes.
Are the Blue Jays playing today?
Yeah, right now against the White Sox.
What's the score?
Before it was 4-0.
What's the score of the Blue Jay game? I only quit because if you're wearing a Blue Jay shirt, you better know what's up. Oh, they're beating them. Yeah, they lost last night to the worst team in baseball. Pretty shit result, but they're up 5-1.
Yeah, I was at Cumberland Terrace earlier. It's the last day of it.
Oh, it's not tomorrow?
It said today on, like, say, being June 21st. It's on like Instagram.
Oh, was it dead?
Well, there's like a few people inside, but yeah, it's totally dead.
Oh, I should have filmed it today.
Oh, you didn't know?
No. Well, a viewer tipped me off. A viewer who's in the chat right now, but I was just in La La Land all day, so I missed it.
Okay.
Oh, at least you got it. Someone got it.
Yeah, at least I've covered it.
Jellybean, 99 cents. Thank you, Jellybean, for the 99 cents. Cheers to you. Oh, well, that sucks. That was a easy video. I forgot. And it's probably closed now. It's 5.
Yeah, well, at least you've covered a few videos, like, about the Cumberland Terrace. Like,
Yeah, I've done a lot of videos through it.
so are you heading east, or?
Yeah, I'm just wandering.
Okay, yeah, I'm heading west towards Queen's Park, and south.
Yeah, well, that part of Line 1 is closed this weekend, too.
Yeah, between St. Clair West and St. Andrew. I just heard about it.
Cool. Well, it was good to see you, sir.
Yeah, you too,
Have
Johnny.
have a good stream.
Oh, yeah, you too, and I'll see you around.
Go Jays.
Yeah.
All right, take care. There's some cool jazz right at Avenue Road and Bloor. You're gonna walk past it.
Okay. Bye.
Cool. All right, cheers. That was Sapand, friendly guy. Lisa says you don't think that's true, but you will verify what, that today's the last day? When is the last day of Cumberland Terrace Mall? I just asked Google Gemini. Oh, liminal assembly is being held today. That doesn't mean it's the last day. Their leases are up on June 30th. Liminal assembly is like a kind of like a walking tour. But that's a look up into Yorkville Village. And Murphy says, J7 Sox won. Beat up that terrible White Sox team. Yeah, I already covered one liminal assembly. Super awesome guy doing it. It's a great concept, but it is awkward to record and just follow a bunch of people around standing there getting a tour of a place. So this type of thing, if you want to experience it, you should just go and be there. I went to record it last time and I just decided not to follow it around. Lisa says in some places are open till the end of July. Well, you keep me posted, Lisa. That's some homework for you. Don't let me miss the last day. Here's a look south down Bay Street. Oh, we got some more jazz going on. Greetings, Alex. This one seems a lot quieter than the last jazz we heard. Good jazz tunes. That guy just looked at me funny. I thought he was going to say something. Interesting vibe today. It's rather quiet, but there's still a good crowd out. Some random cool jazz tunes. Greetings, Megan, Alyssa. Randy Rex says those guys are good. As Larry David would say, pretty good. I thought both of those jazz performances we stumbled upon were quite excellent. Maybe what we can do is we could head over to church and head south down Church Street. Let's see if anything's going on there. There might be a few events, given what month it is. There's every boyfriend's worst nightmare. But this store, Aritzia, I'll give them some credit. They've got these big, comfortable leather lounge chairs. And if you ever go into one, for whatever reason, you'll see a lot of dudes just kind of passed out on them or staring at their phones. Good on them for that. The man babysitting corner.
That's true.
Wings wish you the best. New York City IRL streamer will visit Canada. You'll buy me a poutine. I would have said that was without question Action Kid. But he hasn't streamed in New York City in quite a while. There's still a lot of excellent ones there. Walking Commuter, Walks in Wall Street. I think there's a guy called All Day NYC, the NYC Walking Show. I came up Yonge Street last night. That's probably going to be tomorrow's video. From the score on Queen, cutting through Nathan Phillips Square, going north up Yonge. And it wasn't this busy. It was super duper quiet. Which for like 8:39 on a Friday was super weird. Paul Blunt 279 agreed. Aritzia equals nightmare. Thank you, Paul Blunt. I actually kind of think the opposite. I think, thank goodness, for a lot of the people suffering, waiting for people in there, that they have those big, comfy leather chairs. But thank you, Paul Blunt. And Bloor Yonge Station is undergoing some monster renovations. They're expanding the platform, particularly where Line 2 is. And where Nordstrom Rack used to be, there's some new retail moving in. And on the main floor here, we already have a Mango and a Nike. John says, I prefer whoever's camera does not shake and who's not afraid of being a cameraman. I don't know what that last part means. I think everyone recording is a cameraman or camerawoman or person. But I definitely agree with you on the stabilized footage. Unless you're filming like a guerrilla-style documentary. If you're out there for a prolonged period of time, it is really hard to watch footage that's not stabilized. I don't think there ever was a Brandy Melville in Yorkville. I've only ever noticed one on Queen Street. But what I did notice was when I walked past the one in Montreal, there was absolutely no lineup. And yet the one in Toronto is just constantly lined up. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going to church and then we'll head south. There used to be a Firkin pub. I think it was right here. But sadly, they had to exit for the capacity improvements. Sucks to lose a patio and one of those businesses that adds to the area. The roasted nut going in where the Press Cafe used to be. Randy Ruck says hello to Max from New York City. Jellybean likes the bra store near Brandy Melville. I watched that documentary, Brandy Hellville. It's kind of eye-opening if you want to be disturbed and never have a favorable impression of that place, but that's probably true of any fast fashion clothing retailer. And it was made by two European guys who were trying to make it sound American. So they came up with like that name, Brandy Melville, and had like the American colors in their logo. But apparently a lot of the models and employees, at least in their early days, had to deal with some shit, you could say. As we get to Church Street. So we've got to be, it must be a week away from the Pride Festival. So this whole street will be closed between either here or just south of here. All the way down towards Girard. It's going to be one big street festival next weekend, and then there'll be a big parade on Sunday. I'll probably record both of those events. Fame Master 2000 says hello, got here late. Greetings to you. And there goes a double-decker sightseeing bus south with nobody in the top. Authentic Indian cuisine inaugural offer. Best Indian restaurant. I'd like to see some modesty from a restaurant owner at some point. Call it decently okay. The streets look peaceful. Yeah, today is a bit of a oddly quiet day. There's some, what's the correct term for it? Pennsylvania Dutch or Amish looking folks. Neat stuff. I wonder, they're looking at Noir. That's dining in the dark. Neat concept. I've heard mixed reviews about the food. Do I see the new Tesla model? No. I tend to not stay on top of what's new in the world of Tesla. We're heading through the village.
Oh, you're okay, then you're pretty close.
I don't know any restaurants that make a beef acasa. I don't even know what that is. What do they call it? Rumspringa? When a lot of the youth Amish have a getaway and some of them never make it back. They get sucked out of their old-timey lifestyle. I think it's pretty cool that we have people existing on such little in the way of modern conveniences in 2025. Greg says Mennonites. Maybe that's the word I was looking for. Hey, someone's having a big yard sale. I don't think that's the right word, but something.
Einfach nur aufgebaut haben und dann nicht fertig gemacht haben.
Okay, this is Breaking Amish. Was that a TV show? This street is going to be super busy in a week from now. Mike says the Blue Jays won 7-1. Thank you, sir. It was sad that they didn't win yesterday. He says German. I thought I heard German or Austrian. I can't really tell the difference. There's a neat looking Thai restaurant. Stormcrow Manor.
Found at least my flavor, but it's still not
He thinks there might be some kind of event going on there tonight.
Oh yeah, it's not. He's wired, but well, he's bum.
What's this? Some kind of walking tour?
The whole idea originally, there was a push from the 519 to have the addition on top of the existing building.
Oh, she's talking about the
architect was able
community center back there.
to do a side addition instead.
Look at that patio up there.
For the 519 to continue its program.
I wonder if that's a specific tour
And of course, for the
to the village or if it's just a Toronto walking tour and they happen to be passing through the village. All right, we've made it to Wellesley. And we have a Pontiac Solstice sighting. Neat stuff. I'd be a little more impressed if it was the rarer Saturn Sky. It's a mechanical twin. Still an awesome car nonetheless. Royal Bank is certainly getting into the Pride Month spirit. Colin says join them. Hey, she's in a public place. They can't technically force me to leave. But I would still be a dick. Logca says liked 160 commercials. Not sure what that means, but that's me. Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Good. You want to be on stream?
Is it live?
Yeah.
Sure.
I ran into what I assume are some friendly viewers.
We just watched your fitness journey.
Oh,
Yeah, we're so proud of you.
Yeah, looks good.
thank you. Well, you guys look great, so
Thanks. Yeah.
I could probably take some tips from you. But
Thanks. Yeah, likewise. Good to meet you. Everyone,
Yeah.
enjoy the
Bye.
stream. And,
Awesome.
yeah.
Love what you do.
awesome. Thank you. Well, nice to meet you. Cheers. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Some very friendly and very fit-looking viewers. They're talking about my fitness video on the Johnny Stumbles channel. So they aren't just casual Johnny Strides viewers. If they're watching Stumble stuff. This corner, there's 4 bars, all with patios. You've got the garage over there. The Church Mouse, I think it is, over there. O'Grady's. Jelly Bean, $5, pizza sighting. Thank you, Jelly Bean, for the $5. Thank you. All right, we are in a little bit of a commercial music quagmire, but hopefully this is nothing. I'm probably gonna get busted for copyright. No cover charge. Taking some tunes. Watch some interesting dancing going on. I thought there might be a little bit more than that going on Church Street, but I guess they're saving it all for next weekend when this whole street will be a non-stop party.
I like it. I love that.
Fun fact, it's the video I look forward to editing the least. Editing those Pride videos is kind of a nightmare. And it's not just because of the music, but there's a lot of NUDITY. And if I don't catch something, my video can get taken down. Remember the first year I filmed the Pride Festival, I uploaded it and someone sent me an email And I forgot to cut out like 5 parts that I missed that had people buried it all. So I jumped into the YouTube editor and I quickly tried to blur and snip out as many parts as I could. Then the next year I did it, I was up till like 3 a.m. just blurring and editing stuff out. So that's what I mean by it's the video I like to edit the least. But it's also probably the liveliest street festival and the most unique. So I'm quite sure I'll be back and recording it again. It's nice not to have a cookie cutter festival. Caravana is another one that's quite unique and brings a ton of life to the streets. All right, Harjot, greetings. Hair of the dog. I'm just gonna wait for the light here. Yeah, let's cross. Have light, we'll cross, right? Why not? There's Maple Leaf Gardens. Jack says all the people are at the waterfront. I think that'll be the case tomorrow. That's probably where I'm going to go record tomorrow. Just seems like a bit of a miss to do that today, knowing what's coming tomorrow. And there's been rain in the forecast. I've been meaning to get on the bike and record a few bike rides, but there's been rain in the forecast the last few days. I have a buddy I was speaking to yesterday who lives in a building in this area just to the left of here, but he is moving out next week. He bought a condo in Regent Park. Congrats to him. I guess he said he was waiting for a bit of a breather in the prices. And that moment was finally upon him, so he pulled the trigger. Good for him. As we look at Maple Leaf Gardens, Alex says it'll be the heat wave starting tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow and Monday. And Tuesday looks pretty hot, but tomorrow and Monday seem to be looking like the hottest. Here's the home of the first ever, what is now the National Basketball Association game. The Toronto Huskies played the New York Knickerbockers way back when. It was also home to the Maple Leafs. I remember in the 80s and early 90s, there were a few occasions we just came down here, me, my dad, and my brother. We roll up to the box office, buy some tickets, sit up in the Grays, watch a Leaf game. Wasn't even expensive. Good luck doing that these days. That'll cost you an arm and a leg, and you'd have to buy from a scalper. Things were a little different back then. The Leafs sucked. They're easy to get tickets to, or even if it was sold out, scalpers' prices weren't that much. Certainly not the insanity that it is now. I watched a World Basketball tournament there once. Saw Canada play. The tickets we had were for 2 events. We didn't get to see the Dream Team. It was only ever the second incarnation of the US Dream Team. It was that long ago. I remember seeing the Harlem Globetrotters there. Muhammad Ali fought there before. My mom saw the Beatles play there. So it's pretty cool that it's been preserved to some extent. Mike Landry, $3. Just noticed you changed your channel pictures. Thank you, Mike Landry, for the $3, and thank you for noticing. I've decided to not use AI-generated avatars. I think moving forward, it's more important than ever to kind of have that personal touch on your YouTube channel, because there's so much AI slop out there. If you're running a YouTube channel, jump in front of the camera, show your face. Don't just be a voice. There's so many channels getting big views, and I have no idea why. It's just AI written shit with an AI generated voice. And even a lot of the video and B-roll is AI generated. And some of those channels are doing quite well. I think it's kind of disturbing. For anything that I can do myself or have someone else do, I'll opt for that. I'll still use AI in terms of like the tools for editing. It's still really useful for like getting rid of background sounds and touching videos up, noise reduction. There's all kinds of benefits, but in terms of like creating stuff from scratch, I'm going to use that as minimally as possible. Mike says AI sucks. Jellybean says people connect more with the real pic. Well, it was either go with the logo that I used to have or a picture. I didn't really feel like reverting back to the old logo. Also, I redesigned the Johnny Stumbles channel art. And I redesigned the channel art for this channel, but I didn't like it. I've got about 20 different variations. But I decided not to change it just yet. But that'll be coming up soon. Groundwater says AI is poison. I cannot click off a video fast enough if the narrator is some AI drivel. Like a video popped up in my feed, something to the effect of Canada like owning the G7 by making all these deals, cutting Trump out. I'm like, okay, there's an interesting topic. And within seconds, I'm like, okay, this is AI bullshit. Get off my feed. Lisa says that's what I like about you. You're hands-on about the quality. Even if it's shitty quality, as long as it's bespoke or human-made. I mean, I'm still going to use a lot of the AI tools available. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna avoid it as much as possible. All right, so I said we were gonna avoid Yonge Street, but we did a pretty good job avoiding it till now. And avoiding pedestrian collisions. Oh, look at that. Vanderhall. Normally when you see a three-wheeler, it's a Can-Am, which is a Canadian vehicle, but that one, I've never even seen that before. How do I know I'm not AI? Austin Evans posted a video that was kind of freaky, showing how good it's gotten. I don't even like the picture I chose on this channel. I like the one I chose on the other channel. Whatever. Gives me something to change and update again. College Park on the right. Jennifer Gallus' Austin Evans video was eye-opening. Yeah, we the viewer knew it was AI. But a lot of creators who are really in the know were fooled for at least a few minutes. I think Marquise Brownlee said it took him quite a while to figure out that it wasn't a real video. But it definitely has its place in video creation. Upscaling videos, denoising them. And stuff like that, but in terms of just making new content from scratch or using AI voices, no thanks. My software, DaVinci Resolve, it has a thing where I trained it on my voice. It took an hour, but I can play a video of someone else speaking and it'll literally change their voice into my voice. It is super freaky. I trained it on Action Kid's voice with his permission. It was weird watching me talk with his voice come out of my mouth. But yes, that is a thing now. I don't know why I would ever use that. Hey, there's Banh Mi Boys. They moved just south of here. Carl says, yeah, I can literally take any video that you made and use your voice and picture and everything else. Yeah, I think there's always going to be an appetite for human-created stuff. I mean, I'd rather watch a shitty human-made movie than one a computer made. Keitherton just passed by me in front of Maple Leaf Gardens. Neat. You can say hi anytime you see me. As we look up at Concord Sky, a super tall on the rise. What is this, Super Eater Food and Beverage? That's an interesting name. Super Eater. So alluding to someone who eats very well. I guess the scary part is when AI gets to the point where it can mimic humanness. So it won't sound so robotic. It'll stumble on its speech every now and then, say the same word twice, but slightly differently each time. With the odd error in its work. Krishna says, what are my top 3 movies? I could probably tell you the 3 movies I've seen the most. I don't know about my top 3, but Army of Darkness is probably the movie I've seen more than any other movie. What else have I seen a shit ton? So I guess that means it's in my top 3. It's kind of like the hilarious sequel to... Oh, what is going on here? What is this? Hey, David. What is this all about? I remember on Canada Day, I randomly came across a massive line in front of the Mandarin. There's a monster line around the corner at Alman Young. What is that? Jellybean, $5 sketch McDonald's super. With some annoying emojis. Thank you, Jellybean. Please note, by entering the store, you consent to be photographed. Oh, it's some kind of pop-up. I'm guessing, not that I'm profiling people, but it's like an anime kind of thing. But thank you, Jellybean, for the $5. Mike says probably free food. Thank you again, JB. We're about to walk by the warehouse. And you can hear this place if you're ever down on the subway platform and you hear loud tunes blasting. This is where they're coming from. It'll sound like there's a club on top of the subway platform.
Low-key, we could get more of
Robert B says, ask them what it's for. I'm sure if you went into Chat GPT and said, why is there a big lineup at Yonge and Elm, it would point to whatever that is. Let's ask Google Gemini. Why is there a long lineup at Yonge and Elm today in downtown Toronto? Let's see if Google Gemini can figure it out. No, it did not know. I put too much, or gave too much credit to the AI. What am I doing? I could have just went straight over to the square. Beep boop. Jackson Lee says looks kind of busy. Yonge and Dundas is always kind of like this on the weekends. But I would say the city's actually a bit quieter than usual. Oh, there's a guy trying to dead hang. Those bars are a scam though. They roll. So it's really, really hard. That guy's gonna drop pretty soon. Christos getting mad. There's a. I'll tell you why I fucking hate emojis. Because when I started live streaming, at the start, I'm trying to read the chat off this little screen, and I can only see about the software I was using. I could only see about 3 or 4 chats at a time, and every once in a while, someone would just post a wall of emojis. And it would literally be 4 or 5 lines of it. And then I couldn't read any of the chats. And there were a few people doing that over and over again. And it just pissed me off. So I made it a rule, no emojis. Because it doesn't add anything. It's pointless. And when you're trying to read the chat in a tiny screen with limited lines, at least say something of value or that's meaningful. So that's where that no emojis rule came from. It was kind of out of necessity, so I could just, follow my own chat. And I kind of thought it was for the better, so even though I can squeeze a few more lines onto my new software, I think it's better not to have a whole row of emojis on the screen. But we are at Dundas Square. Alive hanging. Did he make it? No, he fell. Sorry, I went on a little rant there. Say hello to your friend Michelle, who's good on the hop on, hop off bus. I'm not sure what exactly you were saying there, but hello to that person. Oh, who's a guide. There we go. The light pollution is unreal, but in kind of a good way. On an overcast day, shortly after a rain, I don't think anything can beat the vibe of this place. I just love it. You feel like you're in Blade Runner. Jelly Bean says go to Starbucks. That might spoil me dinner. Let's knock on. I'm just reading your message, Carl. It's Alex from Phuket Walk. Oh, my elbow is itchy.
He said when you're ready. So my wife is she's not sure that she's adhering, but she wants me to be out here.
Absco, I should run for mayor on the premise that the one thing I will do is rename it back to Young Dundas Square. And then I will step aside, pat myself on the back for a job well done. Jellybean says $2. Go to Tenor Starbucks if you have time. Is there a drink there with my name on it or your name on it? All right, I suppose we can head there. But if I go in there and there isn't.
Don't worry.
All right, JB, we'll try. I was gonna just walk down to Queen and wrap things up, but I guess I could go into this building where they absolutely hate people recording. I'll probably get told off by security. We'll just enter in the door on the far right. Thank you, Jellybean, in advance for what I hope is a non-sugary drink. Dundas. To Dundas West Station. There's always some security goon. Order from Julie.
Julie, I'm working on it.
Thank you. All right. He's just working on it now. Hopefully we don't. I gotta mute it for a sec. Can you guys hear that music clearly? Hey, there's a photo booth in here. Hey, we're at almost 700 viewers. Thank you guys. Little sidetracked here, waiting for a drink. Cam says, I better love it. Jellybean, there's a regular latte and a pink drink. Just try it. Should I really just try a drink to throw it out? I don't even have two hands available. I can't carry two drinks. Or should I gift it to somebody who looks like they might need a drink? GR pink drink. Oh, my instructions were to try it. All right. It seems very wasteful, but let's try the pink drink. Where's the... What is this? This is excellent. Can I ask what this is? She just said it's a mystery pink drink.
Yeah, so it's a strawberry acai refresher, but instead of lemonade, coconut milk instead.
Is there a lot of sugar in there?
And the refresher is.
Yeah.
You can sometimes do like refresher and extra coconut milk.
She said just to try it. It's one of my viewers super chatted it to me. All right, thank you. You can dump that. Thank you. Thank you for the latte, Jelly Bean. Well, I tried the pink drink. It was excellent, but it is not something I'm gonna drink. Thank you, Jelly Bean, for the latte. Man, that thing was sweet. I felt the diabetes kicking in. It was excellent. But no. $20. Alex, hey Johnny, thank you for showing me videos of Toronto. I love the city so much and we'll come back soon. Greetings from Chicago, Illinois. Alex, thank you so much. Once all this Trump silliness clears up, I'm gonna have to get myself back to Chicago. Absolutely, it's an awesome, awesome city. And as a skyscraper fan, I'm gonna say you guys definitely have us one-upped. We might have more volume, but you guys have way better building stock. Thank you so much, Alex. Cheers to you. And thank you, Jelly Bean, for the latte. Buskers over on the other side of the street. But thank you again, Alex. Alex says, am I on a no sugar diet? Call it a diet as much as I'd say it's a good habit. To each their own, but I try not to touch the stuff anymore. I get plenty of sugar naturally anyways. I have a giant fruit smoothie every morning for breakfast. Another super chat. MCAS1, I've been suffering withdrawals since coming home to Scotland. This has cheered me up tonight. Thanks, JS. Well, thank you, MCAS1. Glad you're enjoying it. Hopefully, I'll be able to get out to Scotland at some point. I went to England for the first time last summer. And now that I've got my passport in hand, I've just started to look at places in Europe. I also think I easily have enough points to cover the flight or flights, which always helps makes things easy. Mike says you can't really have the sugary drinks yourself anymore. Yeah, stuff like that, like a can of Coke is basically just a liquid candy bar. Just think of it like that. Obviously someone is crying as we look north up Yonge Street. It's actually a really, really pleasant day to go for a walk. There's a nice breeze. It's not too hot. I just noticed my iPhone battery is right down. So if the stream shuts off, I apologize. But that will be that. I'll pop into the chat just to confirm. Thank you, Jellybean, for the latte. I think we're just gonna head down to Queen here.
Mas tu diz o
Right, we are at Queen and Yonge. But what I think I'm gonna do is wrap this one up. I've got plans. I need to meet up with some folks in a few moments. As we look west along Queen, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank the mods, channel members, Patreon supporters, everyone who sent support. And just everyone who tuned in, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll probably be live again tomorrow night over on the Johnny Stumbles channel, so head over there and give that a sub if you think you might be interested in that. There'll be a video tomorrow on the channel. I kind of wish I didn't walk up Yonge Street last night, because it would have been kind of cool to do that today, but oh well. Thanks again, Medano, Jennifer Gala, Alex, RD, and everyone else. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And all right, someone was just looking at me weird. Beware of the heat wave tomorrow. I'm probably going to try to get out and record a few videos in it, or at least one. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Marge, Vivian, Phuket Walk, and everyone else. Have an awesome weekend. Yoink.